With the trend of horror games and difficult challenges going around, I knew I had to try something along these lines out. So I did my looking around, and boom! I found this mod pack from Minecraft known as DeceasedCraft. High reviews, lots of content, but most importantly, lots of pain for someone like me looking for a mod pack to complete. With no real stuff to follow besides a little bit from the wiki and a ton of trial and error, this will take many hours as I will have to kill thousands of zombies. Nope, I'm dead. Take out new, different custom enemies looking to surprise me. What the heck? And extremely difficult modded bosses looking to stop my goal of finding the cure of the zombie apocalypse. Will I end up completing this difficult mod pack? Or will I end up as part of the horde? Here's my experience trying to beat DeceasedCraft. Just a few things before I get started. This is my first major project on YouTube. I'm really new to these long-term videos like this, but I really like doing this kind of stuff. If you have any suggestions about games or things within videos, please tell me. I want to improve at this sort of stuff. Because this is my first project, the first bit of this doesn't have sound from the game, as my OBS was set to the wrong headphone setting. It will get fixed later on. I also just wanted to ask you to subscribe. I'm a new YouTuber and hopefully up and coming, and if you want to help support me, please consider subscribing. It's free for you and it'll support me a ton. Finally, I wanted to introduce two mechanics within this mod pack that I never mentioned but will be important to know. Healing within this mod pack is much harder than normal, as there's no natural regeneration. However, there are many items to heal me.
Yo, we need that, my man. Hold on, chat. We need that.
The healing within this mod pack is also body-based. Like in RLCraft, each of my limbs can get injured. When this happens, if my body takes enough damage, different negative effects will happen to me over time until I use some form of item to heal. And that's all. I really hope you enjoy, as I spent a lot of time making this. Use headphones for the best experience, and enjoy my first major video. To start off, I load up my first world. I load in and immediately think that I'm in a village. Little did I know every world loads you in like this one. I start off running around and figure something out immediately. Was it the weird running? Yeah. Oh, wait, we got that. All of the movement is weird. There's some form of parkour mod added, which I'll figure out how it works later. Since I'll talk more about that later, let me introduce this place I spawned in at. The first place of this mod pack is the suburb residential. This place is filled with 5 basic types of houses, along with multiple other special buildings I will get into later. The first special building, however, I will talk about now, as it is the first house I looped, known as the Suburb Survivor House. This house has some pretty crazy loot for this area, and contains an NPC, which I'm still figuring out the mechanics of. This NPC's name is Gramps Bartley, and he's got some stuff to say about the zombies and survival. Since it looks like my main purpose is to find the cure in this game, I asked him about it with not as promising of an answer as I hoped. Gramps says that the cure is all a conspiracy, so it doesn't look like I'll find the cure for the foreseeable future. But that's it for now. He'll come and be more important later. After this, I get to looting other houses and notice something strange about iron tools. Huh, no pickaxe. Does that mean no armor? Dang, okay, so, boom, boom, then... Just makes iron armor not as valuable and not as cheap, since there's another step to take, meaning that it'll be harder to loot stuff, as I won't have as good of an armor set. Anyways, I keep on looting until I sleep through my first night. And now, the real challenge begins. New skill point, F10. Forgot to mention, an important feature of this mod pack is the skill tree. This gives me an increase of stats in basic, well, everything. From guns to running to defense, there's some form of simple stat increase that helps us survive this zombie apocalypse. I won't mention this feature much, but just know it does exist. Since it's past my first day now, zombies are spawning, so I do have to be aware of that. After running around for a while, I find my first new custom enemy known as the Weezer. The Weezer is kinda like a juiced up zombie who is stronger and faster than other zombies, but due to him being on loads of gear, has clinical health problems, causing him to have a secondary attack where he struggles to breathe. This secondary attack can boost nearby zombies once he finally breathes, giving them boosting effects, and can negatively affect the player with negative effects. I keep looting and running around until I find another custom enemy known as the Infected Police. Oh my gosh. What is that thing? It's nothing crazy, it's just a slightly buffed zombie that also drops ammo when you kill them.
Maybe it drops a gun? No, just ammo. Okay. Minecraft.
Eventually, I think I get geared up enough to finally enter a new area, as the new area just spawned next to where I spawned in at. So I start to head in and realize very soon that I bit off way more than I could chew.
Okay, give me that. Shoot. I've cornered myself. I can't mantle for no reason. No. That's bad. Just get me out of here. Get me out of here.
What the heck is that? Why am I freezing? What the heck?
I'm dead. Let me out. Dude.
That went horrible. It was obvious I didn't know the mechanics,
Let me
and
out.
I was struggling with the combat. The area is also a tier 2 area, meaning the temperatures are different, new types of enemies would spawn, even the basic enemies have more health. I was not prepared for this in the slightest, so I knew what I had to do.
I'm gonna restart. We gain progress, or we gain knowledge. Not progress necessarily, but knowledge.
Since that world wasn't working out for me, it's time to restart. This time, I know the mechanics, I know the way to loot, and I know what I need to make it to the next section of the mod pack. I load up my new world and get to work. I immediately start looting up, and after a couple hours, I got more stuff than I had before. However, this time, I was well aware of what to do with it. I was also learning new things, as I also discovered a new type of building within the suburb, which was the Polyclinic. The Polyclinic is a building that has many healing supplies and other loot, but it is what is known as a horde building. A horde building is a building that has a spawnable horde guarding it. When you get in the vicinity of the building, the horde will spawn in. Now you're probably thinking that I should just get their attention and then run away from the horde so I can loot the place. Well, you cannot loot the place until you defeat the horde, making this building kind of like a zombie apocalypse dungeon. These starter buildings specifically really are not too hard to loot, but they can catch you off guard, so I need to keep that in check. And after probably 30 zombies, the horde had been defeated. I managed to get great loot from this place, giving me tons of different heals to keep me going for a while.
There we go. Okay. Ooh, so we can get stuff like that. And this is police substation. Okay, let's go check that out.
The police substation was another good place to find. These buildings contain pretty great starter loot, like basic armor, melee weapons, and most importantly, basic guns, which allows me to have a fighting chance against these zombies. It also contains a police officer NPC known as Emily Carter. Still don't 100% figure out the NPC mechanics, so I'll talk about them later. And just like that, the police substation horde has been defeated.
There's another gun. Another gun. Oh.
Eventually, I decided that it would be smart to set up a place to stay. I've started to do some research on this mod, and apparently every 15 in-game days, a horde of zombies will come rushing after me, breaking down doors and such. So I thought a base made to repel the zombies would be a great idea. I make a pretty simple house, just a dark oak log house made to be simple and expandable. In the front, I made a section where zombies would get stuck in the wall of barbed wire. This is where I was hoping a majority of the zombies tried to attack me from, as it was my best defense mechanism against them. And just like that, the main part of the house was finished. I decided to add a little barrier around the roof of the house to give it some detail. And there's my fully finished base. It's by no means perfect, but it's functional. Just what I needed it to be. After the house was done, I decided I needed an upgrade myself, so I decided to get the best gear I could get at the time, a set of iron armor. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this. This mod is really cool, and I really like it. One of my biggest complaints, however, is how progression feels like it takes forever. Normal Minecraft progression is really simple. You go, get your basic tools, then go mine, get your iron tools, then get diamond, then get netherite if you're up for it. It could probably take a max of 3 to 4 hours if you're really committed to getting gear. To get good enough gear to go from tier 1 to tier 2 took me 15 hours. I get it, there's a learning curve, it's a new mod, so I have to learn stuff, but usually leveling up in games and mods gets exponentially harder to get stuff for. They don't start off incredibly freaking hard. Except you, RLCraft. I'll give credit where credit is due. To make sure I survive the extreme levels of weather so I don't freeze to death like in the beginning, I put this item on my gear that gives me a certain degree of weather resistance. This will be really important in the near future. Since I knew the horde was coming soon, I built a quick stone wall around my base to give myself a little bit of a barrier between the zombies. After that, I crafted an item called the Horde Calendar, which will show me how many days I have before I'm attacked. The calendar said I only have 2 days, so I need to be ready. I decided to do a little bit more looting and also figured out about a really important item called the Medkit. It would heal my entire body insanely quickly, making it one of the best heals in the game. Since I wanted to do something after I fight the Horde, I crafted an item called Nature's Compass, which will take me to any biome I ask, which can bring me to the new tiers of areas as the districts are linked to the biomes. And just like that, the Horde was nearby. To be honest, the zombies really couldn't do anything because I was too high up, so I was actually okay for the entire night. During this horde fight, I did figure out that the zombies have a crazy mechanic allowing them to climb on each other, eventually reaching me.
Oh, that's not too bad. The horde? Shoot. Absolutely not. No, get away.
All in all, no trouble whatsoever.
Okay.
After that horde fight, I realized that my resources were a little low as I used some of them, so I decided to loot a police station before going off to the next tier. With this place looted and my new armor crafted, the only thing I had left to do was head to the next area.
What the heck is that thing? The bomber? That doesn't sound good.
The bomber is an enemy that, like the name suggests, blows up. It has high HP and can deal a ton of damage if that bomb explodes near the player. After entering this place and fighting my first new high-tier enemy, I realized this place was going to be no joke, and that would be proven after going into this horde building known as the Car Workshop.
Why did that guy just jump at me? Another horde building? What? These all horde buildings? Let's take out one by one. Let's just do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I lagged. do? This. Yeah, we're out of here. We're out of here. Shoot.
After struggling with the horde for a while, I decided to run around into the building and found a secret place holding a new NPC known as Ford. TLDR, Ford is saying he needs iron ingots and copper to fix up a car so he can hopefully get out of the city. Not important now, but it will be later. After that, I get back to fighting off the horde, and keep fighting them I do, until... the horde had been defeated. I finally have access to a building within Tier 2.
What the heck just did that?
That, my friends, was an enemy known as the Hors d'oeuvre. They shoot fire explosions and explode on impact. These guys will be a pain in the butt in the future. Trust me. After that chaos, I get to looting. This place is filled with tons of tech blocks to be used in machines and such. A lot of it I don't care about, but I will later.
Crap, I need these. Ooh, that's good.
I then realized it was a long walk from my base to the new tier area, so I decided to make another base made of birch to have some form of storage and spawn near the area.
Or wait, what do I need for this? Oh, I need redstone, that's right.
This was a problem as my iron leggings had broken, meaning I did not have the adequate gear to survive the rough climate. This means I have to head back to base. When I was walking back to my main base, I noticed a weird structure on my way back. I didn't know what it was, so I went to investigate. I went in and found...
Oh, no way.
a shotgun. This is going to be a great weapon to use against the zombies, as nothing will be able to get close to me. I found some other good loot, but that shotgun was a big highlight. After looting that structure, I decided to get back and fix my leggings so I had a chance against this harsh weather. I decided to make a decision here too. These were the items I found early on known as crystal hearts. They add another heart onto my HP, and I've been saving them since I got them due to when you die, one is removed. Since I didn't know how hard this mod pack would get, I've been saving them. However, I decided it was time to use them as it was getting serious. This added a significant amount to my health, thus increasing my overall bulk.
So yeah, that'll give me some sort of a brace.
Another big upgrade I made was a new weapon. I made an iron baseball bat, dealing more damage while keeping an insane attack speed.
9 damage, and it looks like it attacks decently fast.
And now it was time to try it out at this police substation. Long story short, it rinsed them.
Safe. Mold casing, it's pretty good. Oh, and then yeah.
You know, seeing Gramps Bartley out here on his own made me kinda sad, so I decided to pick him up and take him right back to my base.
Ooh, okay. Got a fella now.
Now, I needed to hurry up. The horde was coming soon, so I did a little bit of looting before they eventually tried to come after me.
Iron, I'm gonna need a lot of that. Alright. So tonight, the horde should come and try and get me.
During the horde attacking, I managed to complete one of the quests that Gramps Bartley gave for me. This was really important as now he would trade with me. He would give me a ton of stuff as long as I gave him some of the currency within this game. Overall, the horde wasn't too bad as the height advantage just really allowed me to prevail.
Dogs. Dogs. Gosh dang it. Of course you're not tameable with rotten flesh. Wait, come with me. I gotta have bones somewhere. How do I not have bones anywhere? Oh wait, I've got one bone. Come here. What? Oh, I was like, why are you taking me? But it makes sense. Come on. Yes. Set my spawn.
We do not have a name for him, so if you'd like to name him, leave a comment down below and the top liked comment will be his name. Now, let me tell you about this building. This building was rough. It had a really rough horde. That's why I'm speeding it up. I wanted to show the full length of it, but it was a really rough horde. This was like a tougher building. It had some decent loot, but I'll just let you witness how this was kind of rough. Overall, it had some really good loot. There was a lot of food, which I was really needing at the time, and there was a lot of unique food, which gives me more health within this mod pack, and there were just special accessories, which did a lot for my overall gameplay.
That's good.
I then left and went to loot a new place known as the police office. This place was another rough horde, but it could have some pretty good loot for me. This was a great building to loot. Tons of ammo, good stuff to find, and one of the best guns in the game. I couldn't ask for much more than that.
The first. I don't know what this means.
And let me tell you, this was one of the most annoying buildings in the game, because it had a rougher horde like the other buildings I've had, but this building was important. This building was so important, it contained one of the most important items in the game, but it didn't always spawn. After that, I take out the horde, but for basically nothing. This place took me an hour to loot, and I found little to nothing. The only thing I found were a couple accessories, but I don't even know if that was worth my time, because the loot that I found was so atrocious, and I didn't find the main item that I needed from this place. After that waste of an hour, I decided to head back and actually go back to my real base this time. This is where I discover one of the best armor sets in the game at this set time. I was going to craft the police set, but there was a better one for the same stuff, known as the football set. This armor set was only as good as iron, however it had more durability and it gave a set bonus. A good one at that, boosting my movement speed like crazy and making it so I deal more damage when I have the full armor set on.
Let's go. So now, keep that here just in case. But now, if I do this, should be the full set. Yeah. So I move way faster, and I deal more damage.
After that, I make it weatherproof to make this my brand new set of armor. And now, this is when I make a grand realization. After looking through lots of what this mod had within the quest book, I realized that there was so much machinery within this mod. It had two popular mods that I have heard of before, but never dug into: Create and Immersive Engineering. Because I saw that these mods were needed to create important materials, such as cars, planes, and every single gear upgrade tier 3 and up, I knew I was going to need a ton of space to make machinery and assembly lines to make these things. So even though I just finished building a little bit ago, I decided that it would be best to build a massive factory so I'd have tons of room to work and wouldn't be attacked by zombies. I decided that a building type like my first house/base wouldn't be too bad. It would be cheap-ish, and if need be, I could always make another floor, making it very repeatable and expandable. While I was close to finishing it up, as much as I wanted to, I could not, as the horde was about to attack. I thought the horde would still be as easy as before, but I didn't want to risk getting stuck in that big warehouse-like building. So I put my building to a pause to get ready for the horde, and I'll let you watch what happens.
Oh shoot. How are they? I can't see anything. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna kill my NPC first. I'm lagging. He broke into my house. Oh my gosh. Shot. I'm out of ammo. Shoot. think I have anywhere to go. I'm running here. Oh my gosh, I'm just not prepared for this. Oh my NPC is still active. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Jeez. That was horrible.
That went horribly. They broke into my base. I didn't think they were going to develop this ability so soon, and I almost paid the price. The new enemies also started to attack me. I didn't think this was ever going to happen. Everything went wrong, and I almost died because of it. Something had to change. I started off by making a simple cobblestone wall all the way around my base, but I knew this wouldn't be enough. After the horde struck, I decided to finish up my build as I would be needing it soon, but I also thought I should bring the other NPC to my house, so I made a quick trip to bring Emily Carter right to my base. I quickly ran out to a police substation and grabbed her, bringing her back to my base. Since she was here, I could easily finish the tasks she had for me, which allowed her to start trading with me. She had some pretty good stuff for me, allowing me to trade money for tons of ammo and even guns. Emily Carter also told me that I could find bits of the cure around at local hospitals. She also said that a group of survivors from a place called Timber Tower was trying to replicate the cure. This could be important as it's possible that part of my objective to find a way to create the cure could be at this building. I'll have to keep that in mind for later. After that, I start to finish up the floor for my warehouse and make my first creation in here, known as the Coke Oven. This would allow me to get good fuel and basic materials for all of the immersive engineering mod. Finally, I discovered my main purpose of what I'm supposed to be doing within this mod pack. Within the quest book, there's a set of different things I need to find known as research papers. These research papers are all needed as they are the key to unlocking a way to craft the cure. They are at all areas within the game, but before I can unlock them, I need to collect 10 golden apples as that is just part of the requirement. After that, I could start collecting the papers to create the book to create the cure. It's possible that the survivors could have left a paper at that Timber Tower place that Emily was talking about. I'll keep that in mind for later, but for now, I need to focus on the Horde. After the monstrosity that just occurred with that attack from the Horde, I knew that something had to change. My first thought was about the building I used. It wasn't very good as it wasn't protected from all sides and it only had one wall covering the main entrance, which the zombies didn't care about as they would just try to go after me instead of finding a way to get me. So I decided I needed to build a new structure. I thought building it over the water I had barely survived the horde at would be a good idea as the water would protect me from a majority of the zombies since it would slow them down. This would allow me to easily pick them off one by one. I also made several walls going around the entire base to have more time to stop the zombies from getting to the center. I even made little lookout sections around the entire thing to make sure I could see all sides of the base. This was my new survival mechanism, and it would have to work, otherwise I'd be just as defenseless as I was before. After this was completed, I knew I had to go and make some progress with looting before this next horde came, so I decided to travel to the other tier 2 area I died at in my first world. This area is actually the cold area of the tier 2 areas, and has different variations of buildings from the warm area. This will be very important later. Before I got there, however, I found a weird structure that looked like a barn which had tons of food and even some diamond blocks. I can't believe they would be diamond blocks there, but I'll take what I can get. It was time to send it to this new area. Having this been my first death so far out of all my time playing this mod pack, it would be wrong to say I wasn't nervous. Yet the show must go on. I get into the city and start raiding my first horde building. Well, almost. I activated it, but I was on low health, trying to get out of there. After that, I ran back and started to fight the horde to get access to the building known as the police apartment. First, let me talk about the enemies here. The bomber is also within this place, but there is a new enemy known as the hunter. This enemy can fly around and does quite a decent amount of damage. This was also the enemy that caused my first death in the first world. After a little struggle, I successfully managed to take down the horde and gain access to the loot within the police apartment. After looting, I left and headed to a new building which I'm not really sure the name of, since when I went to find the name for this part, I looked and it just isn't on the wiki. Gotta love that. Anyways, it goes down like a breeze. This place was filled with a ton of great loot, and actually gave me a new armor set that gives me a permanent haste 2 boost when I'm wearing it. After looting that place, I decided it was time to head back to base. I ran back as quickly as I could to give me some time to get ready for the horde. I also set up my second creation within the warehouse using resources I gathered from the place I just visited. It was known as the blast furnace, and when I put iron in it and smelted it, it upgraded it to steel, giving me access to the third tier of loot within the mod pack. It was time to test out my base. When it was time for the horde, I quickly ran over to the base and waited. And waited. And waited. It was really weird, but nothing was really attacking me. I wasn't 100% sure why, but they weren't. Overall, this horde was really light. There were some new enemies. A new flying enemy was introduced known as a sucker. These enemies just flew at you and tried to attack you from the air. They aren't too bad. Some bullets get the trick done easily. With that, I take out the rest of the small groups of the horde, and boom, horde finished. Now, it was time to lock in. I decided to go loot up a new area known as the Damaged Hospital. This area would contain tons of new heals, and golden apples to cure infection. Hopefully I could find enough to progress the quest, so I could find these papers for the cure. This area also contains a new NPC known as Dr. Tibergene. I asked this NPC about a way to make the cure. He says he knows how to produce such a thing, but he does not have the ability to produce such a thing as he does not have the available machinery. After that, I go back to looting and find a crazy amount of heals that will keep me going for a long time. Since this place was looted, I head out and begin back to my base. I got back to try and figure out how to make the new steel upgrades, and after a genuine hour of not knowing what to do with the create mod, I figured out that the mechanical crafters need a redstone signal to activate. After that, I crafted the upgraded version of my baseball bat right now. I then simplified my crafter right next to the wall so I would have room for more important stuff within the future. I then made an upgrade to my pickaxe and decided to head back out to the warm tier 2 area place to check up on Ford. I'd completed one of his quests and now wanted to see what the next one was. He needed mechanical crafters, so I set out to explore and find them. First, however, I discovered a new building I hadn't explored yet, which was the bank. This place was filled with riches. It was a great find and had tons of important resources and accessories. Eventually, I came across another car workshop to get Ford those crafters he needed. After I get back, I gave him the crafters and then had to break the cold hard truth to Ford. The zombies had overrun everywhere. There was no safety. He was on his own besides me. Even if he fixed up the car he was dreaming about fixing up and getting out of here with, there was nowhere for him to go. The next quest he had, I didn't have the stuff for, so I decided to grab him and bring him back to my base in that area. After dealing with Ford, I ran back to my base and made a few upgrades to the floor of the warehouse while waiting for the horde. Finally, it came. I got ready to fight and...
Wow, that word.
Oh, the lake's frozen over too. Don't know what the heck that thing is. Okay, that thing died quick though. Oh, I don't like this. Let's just get up here. Yeah, I don't know where these things are. Those things attack quick. Okay. We're fine. Let's just actually, yeah, let's take you as slow. There. Okay. That was quick. That was efficient. Base is working. Nothing broke through. That's cute. Here this part comes. Oh, I missed. What is this thing? The Moonflower? Yes, the Moonflower is a new enemy introduced within this wave. These guys move extremely fast, deal tons of damage, and also have insane movement capabilities, as they can jump right at me and break blocks to get to me. Since they're a difficult enemy, however, they drop some steel when defeated. Another horde attack over here. Come on, come at me. Kind of boring over here, man. Do I dare venture over to where I heard the horde at? Oh. There's a moonflower thing.
Oh shoot, there's that thing. Come here, buddy. Come here. Mushroom. Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of it. What are you? A runner. Oh shoot, I'm freezing. There's 3 of you guys now? Shoot. How did you... Am I really freezing right now? Yes. Yes, the heck I am. Give me this feeling it's... Wait, let me... You guys. Come here. There we go. Wasn't so bad.
And horde complete. The base made it a ton easier to manage, as I could take a second to recover and recollect my thoughts if need be. After that, I decided to head back to the city and figured out that cars worked this entire time. I have been doing so much traveling on foot when cars had worked this entire time. After that, I decided to go and loot the place Emily was talking about, known as the Timber Tower. It is known as a mega tower, so I need to be ready for it.
Over here. There we go. Jeez.
And now, cue the looting montage.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Wait, yeah, this is something. You know, at the end of the day, I didn't find the paper that I need, but that place had some crazy loot. From tons of riches, to ammo and guns, to crazy good accessories, it was 100% worth it. I left that tower happy I looted it, unlike the first. Speaking of, I found another one and decided I should loot it to see if I could find what I needed to make progress and go to the third area. I looked through the building and...
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Yes, I found it. I found it. I found it. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness I can be done with this stupidity. I can't speak, it's so late. I should get to bed. Now I can. With that finally found, I head back to main base using vehicles now and get started on a major project with this item. Oh yeah, these tunnels existed for a while, I just never needed to mention them, so there you go. This item creates the component used in my armor currently, and would allow me to have an infinite supply if I can make a chain of them. So I start to work on an automation belt that could make these without my help. And my machine was complete. The basic mechanics of it would work now, allowing full basic armor components to be complete. I still needed materials for one part to separate completed from still in progress, so that was my next task. I went into the tunnels on my motorcycle, collected the kelp I need, and crafted up the final component to the basics of my machine. Everything would function now. It wasn't 100% complete, as I would like a way to make the items needed to craft the components infinite, and put them right into the deployers, but that is for a later time. Right now, I needed to get to work upgrading my gear. Yes, perfect. There's sheep metal right onto here. After this, I looked at some recipes and noticed I needed to crush some items to make things like diamond tools. So I made some crushers, and oh boy, let me show you the most tragic clip in this playthrough. Oh my. Why would I do that? This is how I die in this world? I have fought thousands of zombies in this world. Thousands! Tons of difficult enemies. But no, I died to 2 wheels that I put down.
Oh my.
And it gets worse.
Wait, what?
For those of you who don't understand what's happening right now, this is my building radar, and my building radar had been reset, meaning that all of the buildings that I was finding before using this thing, going around finding these things so I could find the loot that I needed, was reset. I would have to go to every place that I've been before to get that building to be able to find it again. It was such a setback. It just...
Oh my gosh.
After that tragic death, I decided to head back to the first, as apparently they're supposed to have some upgrade parts I've been looking for. When I go looking, I discover an entire secret room. This place did actually have upgrade parts. And also...
Oh, wait, what?
There's an NPC? A brand new NPC. This guy's name was Blake, and he had been down here for a long time. He doesn't have anything to say about the cure, so I just decided to take him back to the base.
Shoot. Oh my gosh, I can't.
I then headed back, as the horde was nearing. I crafted a brand new weapon, known as the LSS, hoping it would add to my arsenal.
Here we go.
And finally, the horde has started.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought he died. This sprays through my ear. That's such a bitch. Oh my gosh. Wait, no. Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me. What the heck are those things? Pregnant, interesting. Oh, hello. Yeah, what's up, Emma? Oh, hello. Please. Go away. Great. Here they come. Oh, shoot. That's not good. How much health do these things have? Hello. It's back up? Oh. Only low on ammo too. It's not good. It's not good. How in the world are you? Great. Come here. Ah, shoot. 5, 6, 7. Ah, shoot. This is Oh, I got infected. Those bullets. These guys. Great.
Just like that, the horde had went away. That new enemy it introduced is known as the Pregnant. They are a very tanky unit that has a ranged attack that goos the player, which gives the player poison. We'll have to be careful of that in the future. Overall, not horrible, but the power creep was starting. I needed to get some courage and prepare as I headed to the next area. I added the new item to allow me to survive the even worse temperature and got ready to travel to this new area. On the way there, I ran out of tunnel as there was a weird stop in it. So I tried to break out of it and accidentally broke into a police station, spawning the horde. Easy win though. And with that, I head off to this new area. Immediately, I find a massive building which I'm too scared to loot. What the heck? Oh, I'm here. So I start off with this little place called the Premium Clothes Store. Oh yes, yes, give me that. Oh my gosh. There's no way. It's scripted. I did that. There's no way. What an incredible find. Finding this meant I immediately had access to tier 3 armor. This was such a good thing to find and could allow me to infinitely produce it like the other one. After that, I realized I wasn't in my spot my nature's compass was telling me, so I got in a car and went over to the real area of tier 3. Immediately, I found a new enemy called the Infected Military. These guys are no joke. They have a ton of HP, I'm talking more than the Moonflower. They have crazy defense as well, and they deal quite a bit of damage. These enemies are no joke and are going to be a major pain for me for the rest of the time here. After encountering that, I decided to go and find my first horde building. I saw one on my radar known as the Sunken Clubhouse, so I thought I should go check it out. I do not think I'm ready for this area. Is that pretty cute? Okay, this gun is... Why haven't I been using this gun? Why is there so much? Nope, I'm dead. To be honest, at this point, I have no clue what any of the enemies do, so I'm just gonna talk about them later. And after a long and difficult fight, the horde was defeated. I really fought that horde for nothing too. The only thing of importance in this place was that Game Boy and that game for it, and I don't even know if it's important. After that, I went to loot a medium gas station, and I'll let you watch how that goes. Since the gas station didn't go well, I wanted to see what type of loot was within the hotels. And, yet again, I'll just show you what happens.
Can I move? I'm dead. No. Run. Run, 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 run. Oh my gosh. Heal, go, heal, keep healing. I should have died. Oh my gosh. I don't think that could have been closer. I escaped most likely 1 to 2 hits away from death. It was clear I was not ready for this area, and it made sense. But I had the component needed to make all the tier 3 upgrades for armor now, so I decided to head back with my head high, knowing if I crafted a new armor set, I had a chance to loot that place. And with that, I'm going to have to end the video here. This video has taken me a long time to make. Gameplay wise, I'm 40 hours in and I basically died in that 3rd tier. I haven't made any progress finding the research papers, and all of my machines I've made are so basic and need to be fueled by me still. There is still a lot of work to do, and I'm not ready to give up. But I don't want to pour into a major time commitment if you guys didn't enjoy this kind of video. So let me know down in the comments if you like this kind of video and what other types of videos you'd like to see. I really want to start 100%ing games and completing other mod packs like this one. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. If we get 1,000 likes, I will do a part 2. And if we get 10,000, I will 100% all quests within the quest book. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, as this video probably took me 100 hours to complete with editing, script making, and gameplay. Thank you for watching and have a good one. Bye-bye.